I know, obviously, a fair few of you will be sitting there thinking, that's a lot of corduroy for one man. Some of you may be concerned that I'm a supply teacher who's wandered on at the wrong event. It's your own time you're wasting. You're chewing. Add a small leather patch, I'm ready to teach history. Got to be very careful dancing in corduroy, you can start a small bushfire, can't you? A lot of heat builds up in there, but it's nice. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm tired. I'm so tired, folks. I can hardly sentence or construct. And the reason I'm so exhausted is I have just recently become a dad. So, bless you. Thank you. That's lovely. Especially when women clap, you kind of feel like the idea of family is being supported. Blokes, they're just cheering on the bollocks, really, aren't they? Hey, you fired off a good one. How sad is that? The greatest event in my life reduced to a knob gag. Not even a very big one. Scary, because it's hard being a dad. You know, I like movies and computer games and stuff. They say kids these days are influenced by these new hyper-violent computer games. That's crazy, and if we'd been influenced by the computer games from our childhood, we'd have to go around going like, beep, beep, beep. That'd be rubbish, wouldn't it? No one would play with that kid, would they? Beep, beep. Can I be in your gang? No, you're a bit weird, mate. I'm sorry. That's rubbish, isn't it, being influenced by computer games? Imagine being influenced by Pac-Man. You'd have to like walk round in a darkened room munching pills and listening to repetitive music. It's hard to know what's going to influence our children. You know, I'm going to stop my son watching TV because, you know, we're spending too much time with America. Jesus, what we're getting these gifts from America and the UK. We've got litigation culture now. We're encouraged to sue each other every 5 minutes. You know, turn on the TV, it's like, go to your mother's house, slip in the shower, sue the bitch for $1,000. The money will come to you in the end anyway. Your mails will make a solicitor rich. These horrible, scummy people, man. You know when these ads are coming on as well. You know, all these litigation companies. You know when they're coming on TV because people start walking at you from funny angles on the screen. You just be watching TV. Suddenly someone's going like, have you been hurt in an accident at home or in the workplace? What the hell is that? Don't they always drift through at a reassuring 45-degree angle? Every day, homeowners like you. Bizarre. And then you see the people they get on, just bizarre. I was carrying a bucket of boiling tar at work and I fell over a bit of wood that shouldn't have been there. Mate, you work on a building site. That's pretty much where bits of wood belong. If you'd have told me you'd fallen over a portrait by Lucian Freud, I'd have been pretty damn amazed. That advert had gone, I was carrying a bucket of boiling tar at work and I stumbled over a big bowl of moule mariniere. Well, slap my arse, I'd have been gobsmacked. Listen, I don't want to appear to be unsympathetic, but I am, so that's how it comes across. I've never carried a bucket of boiling tar in my life, but there's one word of the two that would make me treat it with some caution. That'd be the word boiling. Boiled a kettle once or twice, happen to know it gets pretty damn hot. Also seen 1 or 2 episodes of Casualty, happen to know that tar will stick to you like a bitch. In fact, that's why they call it bitumen. You would think, would you not, that rule 1 in the guidebook of how to carry buckets of boiling tar would be, look where the hell you're going, numbnuts. So what do? You know, all these accidents and stuff, we have to take out insurance, that's what we do. It's scary, you know, insurance all the time. You know, people suing each other all the time. Makes people nervous. I've had my scrotum tattooed with may contain nuts, because you don't know. Meet someone with allergies, you're in real trouble. They will sue you. I don't want to read stuff to my little boy, you know, incy wincy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. So Incy Wincy sued the owners of the spout for not putting up a socking great sign saying in the event of rainfall, this spout may become slippery, you 8-legged freak. The schools can't afford the insurance anymore. You know, 8-year-old boys and girls are not allowed to do handstands in the playground. That's wrong. 8-year-old boys and girls should be allowed to do handstands. You know why? So 8-year-old boys can see what 8-year-old girls' pants look like. That's important. They miss that, they'll grow up to be perverts. Trust me, I know. Insurance makes no sense. It's just gambling against your own misfortune. That's all it is, isn't it? Just making a bet. Just phoning up, you know, car insurance. Hello, I bet you £700 with odds of approximately 12 to 1, that I will smash my car up beyond all recognition this year. Tell you what, if I don't smash it up, I have the same bet with you next year for £695. Sorry about the people laughing, they just renewed their policy, you wanker. Unless you're a student, obviously it's, hello, I bet you £300 my car either gets nicked or bursts into flames. And it always does when you're a student, doesn't it? Or you get hit by an oncoming tree, or, you know. I had to get insurance this year. I like going skiing. I don't know why, I'm posh. I like corduroy and sliding. I can't help myself. I had to get insurance. I called this woman. She said, it's £30 for a week's insurance. I said, cool, what does that cover me for? She said, that covers you for up to £10 million worth of damage. I thought, how crap at skiing would you have to be to cause £10 million worth of damage? That is one hell of a skiing accident, isn't it? What do you have to do? Fall over and start a small avalanche, you know? Wipe out a tiny Austrian village, and as the last building crumbles to the ground, a big boulder goes, fires a chunk of wood in the air that lands on a building site, just as a bloke with a bucket of tars coming by like that. Suddenly you owe him £10 million.